What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to my FUT Champs squad. I will want to do more squad builders on this channel because I think they're really good this year. You know, lots of players that are usable, lots of new cards with the red informs, the UCLs, the screamer cards, the player of the months, the flashbacks, the ones to watches, etc, etc. But I thought we'd start off with my own FUT Champs squad because I've seen a few YouTubers and pro players and stuff put their FUT Champs squad out there. And of course, on this main channel, I don't do anything with FUT Champs other than open other people's rewards. So some of you guys may not know that I actually play FUT Champs myself. I have a Road to Glory account, which we're on right now, and a Road to Glory channel, which you can find in the link, the link in the description down below. And what my Road to Glory is it's a bit different to a normal Road to Glory. Basically, every player that I have has to be either pack pulled or first owner. So completed via an SBC, upgrade packs, or like obviously the red informs from the red inform player pick packs. Alternatively, obviously they have to be packed through packs. So I can't actually buy players and use them. And my team for this coming up weekend has just changed massively thanks to a few little added bonuses to my team. So I'm going to show you guys the team and the two most used tactics I use within this team, show you some of the stats on my players, and then get into some Division 2 gameplay. But not too much Division 2 gameplay because the reward structure in FUT Rivals is stupid and I don't want to go out of rank 3 in Division 2. So without further ado guys, if you could drop a thumbs up on the video, it'd be much appreciated. Let's try and get 5,000 likes on this video. If you want to see more squad builders, of course, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, I appreciate you guys very, very much for being on the channel here today. So to start with, guys, my goalkeeper, it was previously Hugo Lloris. It is now the red Pickford. Not everyone's favoured choice. I've only played 11 games with him. I haven't played with him in FUT Champs yet since I packed him, obviously. 4-star weak foot on him, which is nice, but he's only 6'1", which is a problem for some people. I opted in. I'll show chem styles afterwards because otherwise we can't get the full chemistry on them. So here's my first player. In at the right back spot, guys, we have got Juanfran's flashback card. And I tell you something, that is one of the greatest cards in the game. Definitely one of the best right backs that I've used. Phenomenal stats. Again, we'll take a look at it afterwards. And then in at the centre back spot, guys, the first centre back is Rafa Varane. Yes, indeed, I did pack him. And my second centre back is going to be the untradeable icon Rio Ferdinand. This card was not pack pulled. He was done via the icon SBC. And then to complete my back line is one of the weakest links in the whole squad, and that is Mendy's UCL card. So that is what my back line looks like. Looking at that today, based on the fact that this is a first owner Road to Glory account, and compared to what my backline was just 2 weeks ago, this is an incredible backline. I previously had Adan in goal, Nacho Fernandez at centre-back. I was using Florenzi at right-back and the regular non-UCL Mendy at left-back. So I've had some big upgrades to the team over the last couple of weeks there with Juanfran and Ferdinand specifically. I'm not necessarily sure that Pickford is better than Lloris, but I sold Lloris stupidly because I was like, oh, now I've got Ferdinand, I get to use my red Pickford. That was a mistake. Into the midfield we go. Now, obviously, the midfielders are not necessarily the midfielders because this is our starting formation for chemistry. We actually switch into different formations. Our first midfielder is Thomas Partey UCL cards, and then also David Trezeguet's icon card, and then our third and final midfielder is Rabiot's UCL card. So I haven't been using Rabiot previously. I was using a mixture of players. We had Anthony Martial in there for a while. I was using Lucas in there, or Mahrez. You can see both on the bench there. So Mahrez and, I don't know, Lucas is there, the right mid there. I'd used a couple of those guys in the midfield roles because I switched, as I say, I switched in formation. Partey and Rabiot obviously picked up from the UCL upgrade packs, and David Trezeguet was my first pack pull player of any real value or anything like that from week 1 FUT Rivals rewards. That was, I think, for me, Division 4 rank 1, and I had to play so hard one night to get up to the rank 1 points, and it paid off with a David Trezeguet prime icon coming out of a pack, and he has been a beast for me ever since. Then we've got into the left wing spot, guys. We have got ourselves a left forward because I'm lazy to change positions, and that is Leroy Sané UCL. At striker position, we have got a centre forward who obviously doesn't play striker for me, and that is UCL Kevin De Bruyne. And then in the right wing slot, we have got ourselves probably my favourite player, joint favourite player in the whole team, and that's Gareth Bale. So that is the starting 11 and the bench. So on the bench, I've got 3 big red pulls. Anthony Martial, who's played a lot of midfield games for me. Lala, who's been a big sub for me, coming on 12 times there, and Arnautovic red in form as well. 36 games he's played for me. A lot of good plays there. And then we've got players like Mahrez, who I've played a lot of games with, UCL version. Depay, who comes on as a sub for me now, 34 games for him. Danilo Pereira, who is actually a really good sub for me. Great defending and physical stats. Decent enough passing. As a player to like come on and close out games at 6'2" with medium-high work rates is actually really good to have on the bench. Fred I don't particularly use. I don't even know why he's on the bench. Lucas is definitely someone I use a lot more often. 272 games for him. Not a great return in terms of goals and assists, but he's played in a lot of really weird positions for me and a lot of substitute games for me. And because of his lack of stamina, he actually gets subbed off a lot for me as well. So he probably doesn't ever really play a full game. His in-game stats are fantastic. He, other than his stamina. But yeah, he's probably got maybe like 50 sub games, maybe 150 games where he got subbed off. And then lots of games where he's played at centre mid or at like cam or actually right mid when I was using 4-4-2 or at left mid when I had him out on that left-hand side. But in terms of the actual starting 11, guys, Pickford, I went with the glove chem style because it gets him up to 99 diving, 96 handling and 99 positioning. His reflexes, his kicking is exceptional for a goalkeeper already, and his reflexes are good enough to the point where I don't think the basic would be the best chem style for him, because with the basic he'd go 96 diving, 91 handling, 94 positioning and 98 reflexes with 99 kicking. I personally think getting diving, handling and positioning all the way up into the high 90s or 99s is probably the best thing to do for him. Juanfran has got an anchor chem style for me, so 97 sprint speed, 84 acceleration. He is an absolute tank, this card. 99 stand tackle, 99 slide tackle, 95 marking and 92 interceptions. Great physicals, great reactions and ball control. And the beautiful thing about this Juanfran card, who now has 132 games for me, is he has 4-star skill moves. And I can't tell you how many times that's actually saved me being able to scoop turn away or hit a ball roll chop out of a tight angle. Just being able to do skill moves with him as a right back has saved me multiple times. But I'll tell you something, guys, if you guys missed out on this Juanfran flashback card, you truly missed out. He, for me personally, is the best right back in the game at the current time of making this video. In at centre back, one of my earliest pulls, one of my first players pack pulled is Rafa Varane, out of a tradable pack no less. 282 games for Varane for me, and this guy's just an absolute machine. Another anchor card. I think a shadow's wasted on him because he's already so fast. The anchor gives better boost, well-rounded for defending and physical, and a +5 across the board takes him to 90 sprint speed and 88 acceleration. Like, that is fast enough. 89 strength, 87 aggression, fantastic, and then high 90s for pretty much every single defensive stat, which is phenomenal. And then this is a brand new addition to the team in Rio Ferdinand, as I said, done from the Icon SBC, 6'2", which is nice. Not the tallest, I'm excited to get maybe like a Maldini or something in the squad. I think Maldini's 6'3", is he? I can't remember off the top of my head. But obviously Ferdinand is rapid. I have got a shadow on Ferdinand because his physical stats are already so well-rounded that I don't need the physical boost. So I wanted the pace boost on him. So 99 acceleration, 92 sprint speed, 99 for interceptions, marking, stand tackle, and slide tackle, 98 for slide tackle. Great reactions and composure. And then Mendy, who is one of 3 weak links in my team. It's not a bad card, but one of the biggest problems with Mendy is that he has not the greatest stamina at 81 for a fullback. Fullbacks really do get up and down the field a lot this year. He doesn't have great reactions. He doesn't have great ball control. So just generally speaking, he has to be used as a defensive unit only. So until I pack a better left back, he is my go-to guy. He is not the best. He is a weak link, but I had his regular gold card in first for over 100 games, and now we've got his UCL upgrade, which is nice. So we played 51 games with him. I do have the Shadow Chem style on him just because I wanted that pace boost for him. But probably an anchor would also be good because the strength, the aggression is important for defenders this year. So into the midfielders, we've got Thomas Partey, who is the second weak link in my team. Not a bad card for sure. 47 games for me, 17 assists, high work rates and 6'1". If he was medium high work rates, he would be much better. High as a CDM, not ideal. As a box-to-box midfielder, perfect, but I don't use him as a box-to-box midfielder. I do use him as a CDM. So high for him, not ideal. But 6'1", 3-star, he's okay. His pace is quite good, and then with the anchor chem style, he actually gets great jumping, great stamina, good strength, good aggression, and really good defensive stats. But once again, for somebody who I'm using as a defensive-minded player, The reactions, the ball control, just not quite good enough. The vision for the passing, not quite good enough. He is just a CDM and not much more. And then Rabiot, who I've recently added to the team. I added Rabiot because he's big, 6'4", but I use him as a box-to-box midfielder, and he doesn't have perfect stats for that either. High-medium instead of high-high, or medium-medium, 3-star, 3-star, not ideal. And he's just a bit clunky, you know. His agility and balance aren't the greatest. His strength and stamina are good. With the shadow, well, what did I give him? Passing, because I wanted to boost his passing. Obviously, 91 vision, 99 short pass, 94 long pass, and then defending as well boost. So he goes to 97 stand tackle, 85 slide. Only 80 marking, which isn't really great, and 86 interceptions, which is good. This is an alright card. This is a usable card. It's not ideal because of the work rate, skill move, and weak foot, but he is definitely a positive addition from the players of like Martial and Lucas that I had in that centre midfield role, as we'll get into the tactics in just a second. And then my striker, who is in midfield, is David Trezeguet. I put a hunter on him, want that pace boost. He's got perfect shooting, good stamina, good strength, great reactions and ball control. I mean, this guy is honestly, you could just see by the amount of goals and games he's got. This is like Division 2, Division 3, Division 4 games, mostly Division 4 and 3, and then 3-4 weekends of FUT champs. You know, there's very limited squad battles in here, maybe like 40 games of squad battles only, and he has got an absolutely phenomenal return for me in there. We've then got Leroy Sané's UCL upgrade card, brilliant card this, and he, like Mahrez and Lucas, has played in various roles for me. He's played at cam, at centre mid, at left mid, at right mid, at left wing, at right wing, at striker. He has played literally everywhere for me, and he still has an absolutely exceptional goal return. Would be nice if he had a 4-star weak foot, but the 4-star skill moves is great. He's 6 foot tall, which I love. I love fast, tall players. They seem to be really effective this year. And he has 97 sprint speed and 93 acceleration. With the chem style that I've given him, it boosts his ball control and dribbling up nicely, which is great. It boosts his reactions up, which is obviously very nice. It boosts his long shots and shot power up, which is why I'm able to score so many bangers with him with that time finesse shot. And what a card he is. And then on the right-hand side, UCL Gareth Bale, relatively new addition to the squad. I gave him Deadeye because it boosts his shooting so good. He, like Sané, has great acceleration and sprint speed already. His stamina's not the best, but everything about this card is brilliant. Again, other than the fact that he doesn't have a 4-star weak foot, he's only got 4-star skill moves. But at 6'1", look at that return. I mean, that is all Division 2 and FUT champs. Nothing else outside of that. Maybe some Division 3 games, but basically Division 3, Division 2 and FUT champs. And he has 64 goals and 20 assists in the 60 games. Phenomenal return from Gareth Bale. Probably my second favourite player in the team, behind only this man, Kevin De Bruyne. And you can see again, you know, the 5-star, 4-star is great. The high is a little bit of a frustrating work rate set for him. High-medium would be much more beneficial for where I play him, because I do play him in either centre mid or at cam in the formations that I play. But altogether, what's he got? 289 goal contributions in 253 games. This card is just phenomenal. I gave him the Maestro. He's got 91 stamina, which is amazing. He's relatively fast for a midfielder or cam, which is amazing. He goes to really high reactions, really high ball control, really high dribbling. He already has 89 composure. His passing is immaculate. His crossing is immaculate. His shooting is immaculate. Some of the goals I score with him for having a 5-star weak foot, just brilliant, and you will see some of those goals in today's video. So that, guys, is my squad. So how do they play? Well, I've got, at the moment, I changed my formations and game plans a lot, but at the moment I've got 2 formations, 4-2-3-1 and 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. In the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, the actual tactics are on the screen now. I don't have any rhyme or reason behind those. I just kind of set those and use them. But in terms of the way the team's set up, we have Trezeguet and Bale on at striker. We have Leroy Sané in at cam. And this is where the team needs a little bit of upgrading and changing, because as good as Leroy Sané is, I would prefer him in a wing role, essentially. And I would love De Bruyne to be up at cam. But in this team, I can't really justify playing Leroy Sané at centre mid to get De Bruyne at cam, even though it'd probably be better for the team overall. Partey at CDM, Rabiot at left centre mid, and then Mendy, Ferdinand, Varane, and Juanfran in the back line. That's how that's kind of like my default formation. I do have like a 5 back just to really be defensive, and a 4-2-4 that's really offensive. I very rarely use these. And if you look at the way the team's set up, Sané, Trezeguet, De Bruyne and Bale up front, Partey and Rabiot in midfield, just kind of makes sense to go and get a goal. And then my other go-to formation, the 4-2-3-1, sets up with Rabiot and Partey in at CDM, De Bruyne at cam, Sané and Bale on the wings and Trezeguet up front. And this is probably the best formation for the set of players that I have. The biggest issue with this is having two left footers on the wings. Now, the only other thing I could do here is put Sané on the left-hand side, De Bruyne on the right-hand side, and Bale in the middle. But De Bruyne is such a good cam, he's just wasted out there. So on this one, I put De Bruyne up in the cam. And then for the tactics, guys, on this one, it is drop back. I'm not deep in terms of depth. I just like my team to be back there so that I can kind of soak up the pressure and hit on the counters with all the fast, tall, big players that I've got. And then for the offensive style, it's mainly just balanced. I add a little bit of extra width. Probably better to even have even more width with this formation and this team because I want those two cams to be out wide as possible. But that is exactly, guys, how the team looks. That is how the team is, how it starts. Those are my FUT Champs players. Now let's get into a few games of gameplay. I will be right back. Okay, guys, as we go into some gameplay, this is, of course, Division 2 gameplay, even though this is my FUT Champs team. This is my first time in Division 2, my first week in Division 2. I'd actually kept in Division 4 for the first 3 weeks in a row. I bounced between Division 3 and Division 2 through the week. I never actually achieved Division 2 because I always relegated myself back down to Division 4 for the simple fact that the rewards in Division 4 are pretty much better in every sense than every division other than Division 1, rank 1 and 2. However, I had mixed results in the weekend league. Of course, I am playing with the first owner Road to Glory squad, so a lot of my initial weekend league mishaps were due to me having poor keepers, poor defenders, poor midfielders. I've always had good attackers in this team for week 1, so that's never really been a problem. But this week, you know, I really wanted to become a better player at the game. And one of the best ways of becoming a better player at the game is by playing in the best division that you can play in spite of the rewards. And so I got myself up to Division 2. And through Division 2 so far, obviously Division 2 is 2200 ELO. I got as high as 2320 for ELO, which was just a little bit away from Division 1. And I think after today's games, because I only won one of the 4 that you're about to see here today, drawing 2 of them, I think I'm at like 2270 or something like that for my ELO right now. So I'm still like relatively high. If I had the opportunity to purchase players, you know, I come up against constantly people with Pogba's, Ronaldo's, Van Dijk's. Like my centre-back pairing now is really, really good. Obviously, I've only just acquired Ferdinand, so it was a bit difficult beforehand using Vertonghen or Nacho Fernandez or Aymeric Laporte. Like I never really had the best centre-backs. But in terms of getting better at the game, playing in your best division is the best way. With that being said, I'm still caught in two minds. Like I'm playing in Division 2 now. I've stayed in Division 2 after playing about 15 to 20 games throughout the week in Division 2, which obviously I'm very happy with. Maybe not 15 to 20, maybe 10 to 15 would probably be a fairer assessment. But it's still, I don't want to play too much because rank 3 rewards in Division 2 are better than rank 2 and rank 1 rewards. In terms of actual pack value, when we look at just tradable rewards, rank 3 in Division 2 gives you 250k packs and 1 mega pack. So 135,000 coins worth of rewards. On rank 2, it gives you 3 mega packs and a Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, which equates to 120,000 coins of rewards. So you actually get 15,000 coins of rewards less in rank 2. And then rank 1, although it actually gives a total higher coin value of rewards because it gives you 1 rare mega pack, 1 mega pack, which takes you to about 90,000 coins, and then 2 rare mixed players pack, which I think have a value of about 20,000 coins. So it takes you to about 140 in total, 130, 140. So about the same coin value in general. But what you get out of rank 1 in terms of the rare mixed players pack is you get packs that have bronze cards and silver cards. And that is just ludicrous for Division 2 rank 1. This is just off of, once you get to Division 1, the caliber of opponents you play in Division 1 is literally pro players and top 100 players, and then probably Elite 1, basically you're looking at FUT Champs kind of 26 wins or higher in Division 1. So Division 2 is probably like the kind of 25 to 30, 25 to 20 rank wins. You know, you're looking at like Elite 3, Gold 1s potentially, but then again, maybe even not. I think Gold 1 might be Division 3. So Division 2 is like a really, really hard division. You know, I've learned a lot. I've played a lot of good players up here. I've actually played a couple of pros in Division 2. I've learned a lot of good techniques to improve my own gameplay in Division 2. But the rewards are just not even as good as Division 4. And so I really hope EA address very, very soon the reward structure in FUT Rivals, because we deserve it. We deserve better players, we deserve better rewards for being in better divisions. And for those that have taken this in previous and thought to themselves, oh, well, you just want us down in Division 5 and 4 and 6 to have worse rewards. Absolutely not. I hope the divisions rewards in the lower divisions stay the same and they increase them in the higher divisions so that people actually want to play in the division that they belong in for the rewards that they should be getting, rather than wanting to either play in a lower division or sticking in a lower rank in a higher division. It's just all a little bit ludicrous. The other thing that's interesting this year is for squad builders, and I am gonna upload a lot more squad builders on the channel over the coming weeks and months. Last year, squad builders were very difficult to put on YouTube because playing in Division 1 was, or in FUT, or in the daily knockout tournament, it was always so easy to just beat people, whether you had a 10k team or a 10 million coin team, because the level of player in Division 1, there were just so many people there that the general level was so bad. And then in the daily knockout tournament, also the general level player was so bad. This year, because we'll be playing in FUT Rivals for our squad builders, we'll actually get a much truer feeling of how good a team or players within that team play, because you will be playing against people of your own caliber. So I'm very excited to get the squad builders up and running, start doing, you know, OP cheap squads, or focusing teams around certain play styles or play types. Like, you know, I want to do a squad where everyone in the midfield and attack has 5-star weak foot, to see if that gives a dramatic advantage because of the shooting and passing mechanics. And there's just generally a lot I want to do with squads. So if you guys are interested in squads and squad builders, of course, leave a like on the video. But there you go, guys. We end up drawing the final game there. Leroy Sané with a banging finish into the top corner there. Takes that ball on the hook with the kind of like a scorpion control. We get a draw out of that one. That was a good guy. He was a good opponent. Always tough to play against the likes of Messi and, you know, Mahrez and Werner that he had there. But as I say, guys, you know, we're playing in Division 2 here. It is not the easiest. In fact, it is very, very difficult. Every game is like your hardest FUT Champs game that you're ever going to play. So I'm really happy to be coming away with draws and wins in this division. But that, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.